The white spikes, aliens that were seemingly bred or maybe even genetically created for the purposes of being bioweapons. Created by higher life forms, presumably because they were at war with another species. But in the pursuit of this, the bioweapon ship crashed on our planet. These aliens released an army of havoc upon us and laid waste to us to the point where we had to use time travel to stop them. Yes, we sent soldiers to the future in armies to fight these beings off, and even then we were still swarmed to the point where we had to go back in time all the way to the beginning when they first crashed to stop the first few from coming out and destroying them completely. Is this the most unstoppable alien army we've seen in cinema history? I'm a big Tomorrow War fan, to be honest. I show for this movie. I think it's fun. Is it perfect? No. It's kind of a dumb popcorn movie and you gotta turn your brain off because there's a lot of things that don't make sense, but I think the aliens in this film are badass. I love the way they look. I love the way they operate. They remind me of Xenomorphs and the Edge of Tomorrow aliens kind of put together, the way they move and shit. But we got time travel in this movie. Whenever movies do time travel, there's a lot of sus shit happening. There's a lot of things that there's a lot of physics for dummies that's utilized in this, okay? The time travel used in this kind of follows the Marvel mechanism of time travel in Endgame, where there's multiple timelines that are created, right? Instead of you doing one thing that causes a paradox and changes the future forever. No, this is very different. The problem is whenever time travel is used in this, there are controversies, there are paradoxes, there are things that just don't make sense that the fans will always bring up. This could have been avoided. Because the question I have to ask is, did we really need time travel to beat the white spikes? These aliens specifically? They built time travel technology. A jump link that creates like a wormhole that they're able to travel time with. They did what Tony Stark did, basically. Don't get me wrong, not as refined as what he was able to do. He created a full-on time travel GPS, for God's sakes. But they did what he did, okay? This is how the jump link works. Transporting people to the future within an interval of 28 to 30 years. It's a time-specific wormhole that's being used here. Held together by chewing gum and chicken wire. This is not a very stable procedure, okay? The jump link transports people to the future for 7 days at a time, then back to the present. Very specific rules here, okay? And it is one-way travel with a limited destination. This is what I call movie rules. The thing here is, we need to create a set of rules that give us the most convenience for our plot. Basically, it's to turn your brain off. Don't think about it too much, because the more you do, the more it just makes absolutely no sense at all. Fine, fair enough. This is just a film. I can turn my brain off and just enjoy it for what it is. Perfect. But I'm also a cokehead schizophrenic, so I tend to overthink things. We couldn't create anything else to fight off these beings. We had to resort to time travel tech. They were just too overwhelming for us. They didn't give us the time to come up with something better. This is the best option we had. Now I get it. They're strong. They're like the Xenomorphs. They're fast. They come in swarms. They shoot projectiles at you. They're a very strong and competent army that we would have to face. I got this, guys. I got this. Because in a world where we don't have time because these aliens are swarming us, I don't believe we would have time to create fucking time travel. Okay? What we're going to do is Operation Whiteout. Here's how it is, okay? I'm leading the charge here. I need to stop this video to tell you right now. You need to like the video, otherwise Hollywood will molest me. I have a mission to take over Hollywood completely so we can save storytelling and cinematic visions forever. Hollywood doesn't want me to do this. They might take me hostage one of these days, so I can't do this war alone. I need you to like and subscribe. Blow this video into the ether. Join my army. The human populace will be decimated in the onset of this invasion for the first couple of days. First couple of weeks, we're fucked. These beings coming out of nowhere and just wiping us clean, a large portion of the population is getting fucked. There is no getting around that. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to how we operate around the queen. The queens dictate the pace of this war. The aliens need their queens, otherwise they can't breed. This is like the dragons from Reign of Fire with that one male dragon that fertilizes all the females. You take out the one, in this case, you take out the queens, you temper that army down. You level the playing field massively. Humans in this movie know about the queens. They already have captured one. They know how this works. Here's how it goes. My army, my war, we're targeting the females first. I'm coming for them hard, y'all, okay? We will use heat-seeking aerial drone technology to thwart them out, to distinguish the bigger ones from the smaller ones, to distinguish the queens, and then we're going to track them from there. Now, remember, they lay dormant in the Arctic for like years and years and years, right? They were trapped there in that ice. So we know that they do have some kind of weakness to cold. It'll at least limit their ability to move. If you put them in the right environment, you limit their abilities, okay? So we're gonna bait them into the fucking cold. Now we're not relying on baiting them all into the Arctic. That's one option, but we're gonna use an underground mine shaft here, all right? And there's a reason. We're going to, they love eating humans. We're going to use fresh meat to lure them. We're going to find all the Epsteins, all the PDF files, all the predators in the world, the most terrible people on the planet. We're going to have to off them, and we're going to use their bodies as bait. Okay, this is in a movie. Okay, if anyone asks, this is all in a movie. This is all fiction. Okay, from there. We're going to lure them there. The scent won't be enough. We need to use sound. Now, they're not like the Quiet Place aliens where as soon as they hear a sound, they'll go berserk. No, they want to coordinate in packs. We're going to figure out a frequency that can confuse or disrupt the communication and try to take one from the herd, okay, and bring them here. Ideally, it's the goddamn queen. We're going to see what frequency works around her, and we're going to see how much meat actually is able to bait them. Once they're in our shafts, we're luring them underground. We're going to use artificial ground freezing. They use this in construction all the time. Freon gas, liquid nitrogen, all that shit. We're going to freeze them down there to the point where they will have to lay dormant. Okay? Once we've captured some of these bodies, including the queen, we're going to start experimenting. In the movie, they use a toxin to sedate her before she escapes, right? So we're going to expand on this. We're going to experiment on her to the point where we find a toxin that can work on her, that can kill her. Remember, this is so important. If you have a goddamn queen, you need to do this. The toxin's the key to killing them. But we don't have a lot of time here, right? Even though they had fucking time to create a time travel jump tech bracelet, but who cares? We're going to use AI driven. We're going to use AI here. AI is the key. Protein folding simulations and gene editing tech to enhance the toxin so that we can adapt it to their gene pool. Then we're going to distribute via aerosol drones in concentrated nests. And the aerosol drones, they're not just going to drop one injection. No. They're dropping nanobots. We got nanobot tech. They're dropping nanobot technology that will disperse more easily and target all the right beings. Now, you could kill the entire population with this alone, but we're assuming you can only hit the queens here. So once we've taken all of the queens and they're left vulnerable, we're going to use maybe one or two queens to bait them. We're going to make that queen squeal, scream for them. And when they do, we're going to firebomb the entire armies cold. They need their queen. All their queens are suffering. They're not using their IQ anymore. They're running for the queen and trying to protect no matter what. We're firebombing them all in a trap. I'm nuking them straight up. I'm nuking all of them. We'll do it in an isolated area and nuke them. We win. I won. We literally won, okay? This is how it goes. The whole stage of operation, acoustic warfare, using the cold, freezing them, then taking those bodies, experimenting and creating a toxin, using nanobots to disperse it and kill the queens, and then clean up the rest of their alien population. We have fucking killed them. Congrats, humanity, you won. It's that easy, y'all. It's literally that easy. Now, it's much easier to say that than do it. I understand. But this is what I would do. You find the queen, you've pretty much killed their population because you understand their physiology now. That's how it goes. If you want to know another fraudulent alien species that somehow laid waste to the human population and put us in a post-apocalypse, but we would destroy them too, check out my video on how to beat the Quiet Place aliens very easily with some of the same tactics. Over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.